I know. Give me a second of your time. Please give me a second of your time. I know it's a bow. People don't like bows sometimes. Slow pace combat. I know. But give me a chance, okay? Just look at this real quick. Look at this real quick. Look at this real quick. Wait a minute. I know they lower level, but they shoot more, bro. They shoot more. You know? Throw that. Got resist on. I ain't like how they acting right now. Put that clone out. Suspended through. Yep. Gambler. I'm telling y'all. This build is great. Now, give me 10 minutes of your time. I promise you. Yes, it can be used in any game mode. I'm tired of y'all saying this. Mystic. It can be used in Mystic, okay? Now, here go the build. First of all, drip check. Come on now, son. Come on. I know. That gear set is fire. I love this game, bro. So, first things first, we're using hierarchy of needs. If you don't know what hierarchy needs do, it says precision hits and final blows build a guidance ring, which y'all seen I put out there. It's like a little sonic ring that we're shooting through, right? Opposing guardians grant additional energy. At full charge, hip fire creates the guidance ring. So I just hip fire, put the ring out there. Now, arrows fired through the guidance ring release seeking projectiles, which y'all seen. When I shoot an arrow, it's like 3-4 arrows that goes with it, auto tracking to whatever enemy I just shot at, which do more damage based on distance travel. That's how far away, even though it is a bow, you're gonna be fired regardless. But I was far away, so it gets the most maximum damage with the shooting the bow, right? And then the catalyst makes it that when you're shooting through the guidance ring, it improves the draw time and reload speed, making you shoot even faster with it while you're shooting through the guidance ring. Very essential, right? So we're using this. It does dumb damage. Bungie just buffed it up so the ring stay out there longer and the bow do more damage stuff. Bungie buffed it up, okay? So it's way better. And it's a feature weapon this season, so I might get a bonus 10%. We're rocking Oathkeeper with this build. What Oathkeeper do is, passively, it automatically makes the draw speed of every bow go up. Automatically, the reload speed, okay? Now, it makes it that the bow can be charged indefinitely. I mean, you can hold trigger non-stop, and it will never let go, okay? Gain a bonus to the bow damage when released, based on how long the charge was held. So each time you go past a bar with Oathkeeper, it put up a percentage. I'll probably throw a percentage on the screen for you guys, letting you guys know how much the percentage is. Bungie, I now buffed this exotic up where basically you get a lot more damage from the earlier end of the bar compared to the back end of the bar. So now you no longer got to be like, okay, let me charge this bow up all the way to get maximum damage. You can charge up the first bar and get some good DPS out of it, instead of it seeming like it's better just shoot the bow regularly for max DPS compared to charging it up. You get less DPS. That was the flaw with this exotic earlier. Earlier, if you charged it up all the way to shoot it, you got less DPS than just shooting the bow regularly. Now you should be able to get more DPS with this bow from just shooting from the first bar, charging it up, which is only 2 seconds. Now, provides a moderate benefit to airborne effectiveness to all bows as well. So you can shoot from the air if you want to, okay? That's what we're using in this build. And don't worry, in harder end content, if you feel like you don't need Oathkeepers, don't worry. You can always change the armor out and put on our trusty old Synchnorachny and Immos Lightness build. Works wonders with it as well for survivability. But we're focused on Oathkeeper. Okay? We're focused on Oathkeeper. Now, let me go into everything one by one. We're going to go into subclass first. Okay? Subclass, we're rocking Silk Strike. There's a reason why we're rocking Silk Strike. We'll get there. Trust me. We're rocking Silk Strike. Okay? Rocking Gambler's Dodge so that we can shade step to get our Threaded Spike back. Threaded Spike is our melee, so we can sever the enemies. There's a reason for that. We'll get to that. I promise you. Dustfield Grenade. Again, there's a reason why we're using Dustfield Grenade. I'll get to it. Okay? Threaded Spectre. We're using a bow, so you can either do a Threaded Spectre or a Stylish Executioner. I prefer the Threaded Spectre for the extra fragment slots, but also too grabbing aggro instead of me going invisible. So Threat Spectre, you put a clone out on purpose. Not only will you get your threat spike back with Gambler's Dodge, you also put a clone out there so the enemy's aggroed and focus on the clone, giving you enough time to hold the bow out and keep shooting and charging it up while the enemy's focus on the clone. Very good. And by the time the clone disappears, you should have your class ability back. We're rocking Gunpowder Gamble because we are using a solar weapon. So, yeah, you just spam the Gunpowder Gamble grenade nonstop as you get kills with the bow. Very, very good. Very good. The initial explosives are very great. That's why I said you can run the exotic class item instead of Oathkeeper if you don't want to use it, and get that Woven Mail every time you throw the Gunpowder Gamble. And then Inmost Light for the threaded spikes and stuff as well. We're rocking Facet of Dawn to get that radiant whenever we throw our threaded spike. It's not a necessity because of the artifact. We're gonna get to that in a sec. So you can replace this with any other perk in this, any other perk here if you want to, if you feel like you don't need it. Like, you can by all means replace this with Facet of Mending. Since you're gonna be throwing Gunpowder Gambles, you might as well get some cure when you blow people up. Or Facet of Protection, so enemy can close up to you, damage reduction. Facet of Purpose, when we pick up Orb Power, we get Woven Mail. We got Facet of Hope on, so when we do got Radiant on, we get some more class ability recharge rate, about 60%. We got Facet of Solitude, very important, so when we shooting the bow at enemies, we sever them. Very important in this build. And then we got Facet of Ruin, so that our Gunpowder Gamble does bigger explosions, about 20%. Now, Artifact is very important. You want to make sure you have on Tightly Woven, so when we do get the Orb Power for Woven Mail, we'll get some class ability and grenade stats, plus 20 for both of them. During the 5 seconds we got Woven Mail on. Or if you're rocking the exotic class item, the 10 seconds you got Woven Mail on. But you want to make sure you have on Fever and Chill, so that when you're getting precision hits, which you should be hitting using a bow, when you get precision hits with a solar weapon, you get Radiant. So this is why you don't need that fragment on. So when you shooting people in the head, you're going to get Radiant for 10 seconds. Literally. Okay? We got Cauterize Darkness. This is the most important perk in this build. Cauterize Darkness, make it that stasis or strand debuff enemies, besides bosses, increase solar damage from all sources. So this goes for your gunpowder grenade and the bow. Okay, the buff is 30%. 30%. So as we're shooting our bow at targets that are severed or slowed, that's what we got Tina on in this build as well, and we got a Dustfield grenade on, we'll be doing 30% more damage to them. That's why we rock Prismatic on this build instead of a solar build, because we can use Threaded Spike to sever the enemies so that our bow do more damage and our gunpowder do more damage. We can use Transcendence grenades in Prismatic because it does slow. We can do, and then the slow, it goes to a solar grenade, so then the enemy is slow and the solar grenade doing more damage of that. Amazing, right? We got the fragment on while we get precision hits, it severs the enemy. All you need is 2 bow shots to sever the enemy. And they taking more damage from the bow itself, from just this perk alone. Insane, okay? So Cauterize Darkness is the main thing you want in this build for that extra 30% damage. We got on Elemental Coalescence. Again, I told you everything in this build has a reason. So defeated targets have the chance to create elemental pickup matching your equipped super. Now, this stacks with Tangled Web. Tangled Web says creating a tangle by defeating strand debuff targets to suspend nearby combatants. Now, here's the thing. When you throw your Threaded Spike at an enemy, the Threaded Spike may kill the enemy, making a tangle, and it does suspend explosion. Cool. If you kill an enemy that's severed, it'll make a tangle, do suspend. Cool. What if your bow is killing the enemy too quick that it never gets severed? That's where Elemental Coalition comes in. Since we have a strand super on, whenever we kill enemies, whether they severed or not, if we killing enemies fast with the bow, it will kill them and make a tangle. And the game coding doesn't, recognizes that we didn't kill an enemy that was strand debuff. All the game know is we made a tangle. So Elemental Coalescence make it that whenever we kill an enemy, multiple enemies, and make a tangle, it does the suspend effect. Don't believe me? Just watch. Hold on. No Bruno Mars. No Bruno Mars. And there you go. You see? Back there, enemy blew up, suspended him. Literally insane. Alright. Then we have on Radiant Shrapnel, which basically said dealing sustained weapon damage while radiant or defeating a scorched target with a weapon that causes the target to release solar projectiles. This is how the solar projectiles look. Alright, we got the radiant, and as you can see, it makes those floating things in the air that target enemies and does scorch to them, whatever. You can run any heavy you want. I just chose chill inhibitor because I just like the extra damage it does, but you choose whatever heavy you want. Again, we're rocking Tina to slow targets to purposely debuff them to shoot our solar weapon at them. Now, mods. We're rocking Thermodynamic Siphon. It's in the artifact. So this let us that we put one mod in our helmet. They give us Solar Siphon and Stasis Siphon. That's all we rocking our build, Stasis and Solar weapons. So we make orbs with all our weapons. Rocking a Super Font mod just get us some more super stat in our build. We're rocking Powerful Friends. So we pick up orbs of power. We help our teammates out. Pretty simple, right? Arm piece. We're rocking Impact Induction. So we call damage for our power melee. We get grenade energy. And then also Focusing Strike, when we call them for our power melee, we get class ability energy. And then we're rocking a melee font, just get that plus 20 so that our melee stat is maxed out to 100, right? Rocking in our chest piece, all resist mods. Throw whatever you want in your chest piece. You can run a health font mod to get more health on this build if you want. All up to you, okay? Leg piece, rocking Better Already. So we pick an orb and make our health start regenerating. And we're rocking 2 solar surges so that we do more damage to our bow. As y'all can see, the damage testing I just showed you guys, I didn't have any charged lights on me, okay? I didn't have no charges on me. That was just pure regular damage. When you pick up armor charge, it's going to be doing more damage, okay? And then class item, rocking Reaper. We will be chased that make clones, so when we kill somebody, we'll make an orb. Bomber, whenever we chase that, we get some grenade energy for our grenade. And then time dilation, so that when we pick up orb, it stays on 15 seconds, so stay on longer. Since we will be far away, I want to be able to keep them armor charges on me as long as possible while I'm killing enemies from far away. Stats. In this build, you only need 2 things. 100 weapon and 100 class ability. That's all you really need in this build. 100 weapon so that the bow can do 15% more damage to regular enemies and majors. If you wanted to do more damage to bosses, then get 200 weapon. But you only need 100. Because you'll be using your heavy for bosses, let's be honest, right? Your heavy and your special weapon. But yeah, it does do good damage though, so I can definitely see using it on the boss as well. But 100 weapon is what you need in this stat build. We've got 100 class, so we get our class ability back quicker as well. And then, like I said, everything else up for you. You can do more super stats, so you get your super back quicker. You can run grenade stat if you want to throw dust field grenades more. But I don't think grenade is really that important at all in this build. It's just for in case you don't have your server and stuff ready, you got a dust field grenade to rely on for, but you don't need it. So the main thing you want is 100 weapon, 100 class ability, and then I'll say 70 melee. So when you shave step, it gives you your melee back guaranteed, and that's it. Everything else is up to you. You're free to put in whatever you want to. I say super stat, get super back quicker, so you can spam your super more, because this bow will be giving you a lot of super energy. We're rocking purposely the Bushido armor set. Bushido armor set gives us 2 passive stats, passive skills I mean, in our build. The first one is 2-piece Ido, which basically final blows with freshly drawn or reloaded weapons heal you. Bows automatically are always reloaded after you shoot a bow. So every time you kill an enemy, you get a chunk of health. The chunk of health is like probably like 20 health, 30 health. You notice it. It's a good enough chunk that you notice it. So every time you kill enemies, you will be getting health back. So this is an amazing 2-piece perk. And then the 4-piece perk. Basically, when you deal final blow with a bow, shotgun, or sword, gives you resist ×1, which is like I think 15% damage reduction. 15% or 25% damage reduction. And if you keep doing sustained damage after that, it extends the perk. So resist stays on. After your first kill, resist stays on forever as long as you keep doing damage. So it's perfect for survivability in this build. Every time you kill somebody, you get health back. And every time you're doing damage, you get damage resistance as well. and then you got your clone to put out, and that'll be your differences in this build, to be honest with you. That's why I said if you're not rocking with Oath Keeper, you can definitely put on the exotic class item with Signorachne with Gunpowder Gamble, so that you throw your grenade and get Withered Mail on top of them other resistances and harder end content. But yeah, you don't need the class item, but you can for survivability. If you're wondering how to get the Bushido armor set, all you gotta do is go to Pinnacle Portal and do any of these 3 activities to get the Bushido armor set. If you're wondering how do I know that, I did it. But if you're wondering how to find a certain armor set that you want to go for, just go to your collections and go to armor, right? When you go to armor, there are subcategories over here. The subcategories tell you where to get them from. This subcategory says Pinnacle. Then you know this armor set is the Pinnacle armor set. So any of the Pinnacle Portal activities you do will drop the Bushido armor set for you. And there's a knockout system. So if you got the helmet and arm piece from one activity, the next activity you do will not give you a helmet and arm piece. It'll give you a leg piece and chest piece. You know what I'm saying? So it won't be hard to get a full set of the Bushido suit for this build. Okay? So technically, I don't have all tier 5 armor, but we do have a full set on a feature armor, meaning we are getting 6% damage reduction for free from doing nothing. Okay? So that's another good thing about this build using the Bushido armor set. If you get tier 5, then you get an automatic 15% damage reduction. Hope you guys enjoyed this build. I put a lot of thought into it with the armor, the stats, the weapons, everything, the artifact perks, everything. So hope you guys enjoyed this build. It's a very strong bow build, and hopefully, depending on how much work I have, hopefully I did put some footage of me using it and some gameplay in the top right corner for you guys to watch as I explain the build. I love you guys. Appreciate you as always. Until next time, stay up.